So just a quick video about the joysticks. I've now got a sample of the cheap joysticks and the case. So this is the little 3D printed case that somebody designed for these little Chinese joysticks. So the joystick mechanism is virtually identical, but you can see the footprint of that printed circuit board is quite a bit smaller than the Adafruit one. And these are absolutely dirt cheap, so I bought a load of these. So you can see the comparison in size then between the Adafruit one, which I put in this red box, which I bought a load of recently, and this is the 3D printed one. Now we are going to do a little bit of tweaking of this design because it's not quite right. It's not bad, and you can see there's a joystick in one here. Now, I haven't glued the bottom on because this is just for testing, but that fits nicely in there, clips in, hole in the front for the wire to go in, 5-core wire. So you can see that looks quite nice, and it's quite a bit smaller footprint than that one, although it is a bit taller, interestingly. So we might try and squeeze the height down a bit if we can, and maybe redesign the front, because there wasn't actually a hole at the front and there was this silly slot which we'll get rid of. So yeah, so some little bits of tweaking of this design, but obviously it's printed in the same stuff as the Obdiic&C cases, so you can see that's what you get there. So I mean, they look quite nice, and I've ordered a lot of these. I'm just going to test this one now, and if we look at the Obdiic&C inside the Obdiic&C, I'll just move these out of the way. So this is an Obdiic&C with lots of things installed in it. Well, this is basically everything for the LTO setup. So we've got the CAN bus board here. We've got the cruise control, which goes through to the switch on the front, which is the yellow button here. That's the cruise button. And then we've got a manual on and off switch here, just in case it goes wibble. And now we've got the joystick wire coming in here, and that's got 5 wires. We've got 3 going to this connector here, plus 5 volts ground, and then the white wire goes to the second terminal there. And then we've got the X and Y axis, which go over to here. Now we may have to swap these round because I haven't discovered the orientation of the joystick yet, so I haven't actually tried it to see which way is forward, up, down, etc. But that's very simple to just swap these 2 wires around between these 2 pins if it's not working in the correct orientation. So that's what you get. So you can see there's quite a lot going in here. This Obdiic&C main wire coming in here has now got 8 wires in it. It's got 5 for the normal Obdiic&C functions, the 12 volt in, the ground, the H line, K line, the SCS line. And then it's got 3 more wires, 2 of which go to the CAN board, so that's CAN high and CAN low. And then we've got the orange wire, which you might be able to see going under here, and that goes to the other side of this R14, which is vacant now, and that is the charger control wire. So my CAN plug has got 8 wires in it. And I'm going to be, I published a schematic today just to show briefly what I thought would be the best way to set up the OBD port to power the LTO BMS boards, and via the grid charger, and so there's no backfeeding going on, and I'll probably do that tomorrow. So at the moment I'm just fiddling around with the joystick. So I'll test this joystick now and see how it goes. But you can see it's nice. They're very nice little joysticks. They're absolutely cheap as chips, and it makes total sense to move to these for the Imac&C functionality to save the cost of the micro joysticks, which have now been discontinued anyway. So that's where we are at the moment. You can see the Obdiic&C connections there. You can see the joysticks. There's the comparison again. The Adafruit board. The joysticks themselves are identical, look identical, and then the smaller Chinese joystick. So that's where we are.